The brunch bunch.
Buying, selling, or refinancing, we've got your back. Dial area code 773-616-0906 and step into your property dreams with LNS Development. Area code
What's up, Facebook?
616-0906.
So
She just announced it.
A reality.
dang.
I hope she back in time for in the raw.
It's your main man, Action Jackson. Are you searching for a life-changing word? Look no further than Corby Bush Ministries. Tune in every Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time to the Word Network, where Corby Bush Ministry brings you powerful messages that will touch your heart and transform your life. Corby Bush Ministries is dedicated to
Justice.
Stacey might not make it.
love, faith, and
Justice.
empowerment.
Can you
Give 'em a
go
call,
and
214
get me some?
371-8768.
Candy.
Yeah, but what is it called? The one I
It's
like.
the
Jolly
Jolly
Rancher
Rancher
Chew.
shoes.
They in the little bowl. Be inconspicuous.
Nah,
Like,
that's like thin for 'em.
yeah, you gotta do.
No
Green.
no green.
That's why, Adam. No, no, where's she at?
She went and did that key thing.
And script writing. And could you absolutely be any more powerful than you already are? Well, the answer is yes. She is getting ready to be on the stage at the Scent of a Godly Woman conference. And again, it's all going down on November the 10th and the 11th. And we have a powerhouse on the stage that's ready to rock it out. But right now, she's going to rock it out right here on Inspiration 1390. Erica, welcome to the Brunch Bunch.
Woo, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much. You have a very impressive resume. You are an award-winning television producer, writer, and speaker. You hold a Bachelor of Arts degree in broadcast journalism from none other than HBCU Elite Hampton University and a master's degree. Yeah, exactly. And a master's degree in script and screenwriting from Regent University. You're the senior producer of On Program, Turning Point International. TPI is a weekly magazine program with a worldwide audience airing on over 150 stations in 30 countries and territories across Africa, the Caribbean islands, Europe, and North America. We are pleased, proud, and honored to have you with us today, and even more so at the Scent of a Godly Woman. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I sound important.
I think you sound like you are. So what should we expect with you being on the stage at the Scent of a Godly Woman, and what should the audience takeaway be or anticipate being?
Well, I mean, I'm so excited to be a part. I'm really excited about all the other speakers that are going to be there as well. I was reading over it. And honestly, I believe that next weekend, rather, it's just going to be a great time of women sharing their stories. I am a personal believer in what we do on Turning Point is we just share people's stories. And that scripture, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. And I think just every woman on that stage has a story to how they got where they are, what they endured to get where they are. And that is just my goal, is that God will just speak through me to share, my ups, my downs, my trials and tribulations, and just how he kept me through each and every one. And prayerfully that if there's a woman going through something similar or doesn't feel like she can see her way out, she will hear something that day to know that God will bring her through.
I love it. I love it. Listen, Evangelist Erica, I know this is going to be a great event. Shout out to Apostle Burrow, Dr. Apostle Burrow, who
get all those accolades.
Get all of the accolades. She's an amazing woman who knows how to bring amazing people together to magnify the amazing word of God. But for the people who don't really know you, and just give them a little bit about your background. You have a remarkable background in broadcast journalism and script writing. Could you share with us how your journey led you to become a TV producer and writer?
Oh my gosh. Well, how I ended up is so crazy. I always enjoyed television. I'm a fan of television to this day. So I always grew up watching television. So for me to go into TV was very natural. When I graduated from Hampton University, I really didn't have a plan, but I got a full scholarship to Regent. So I decided, let me go on over here with this scholarship.
Full scholarship will make you make that decision.
Yes. I was like, I don't have to pay. Okay, let me go.
I know, right? All I got to do is show up. I'll be there in the morning.
But it was at Regent where I really, while my degree was in script and screenwriting, I did more producing than I did writing. And that is where I really kind of fell in love with the aspect of producing. And it when I graduated, I don't know, I wasn't quite sure where I wanted to go. I actually started working at a group home that had nothing to do with television. And I happened to go back to Regent one day for something. The Lord was like, you need to go upstairs. And I was like, I don't feel like going up here. And I saw a flyer for Turning Point, and they were looking for an intern. So I started working there. I was actually working for free. And I was still working at the group home because I just wanted to get my foot in the door. And I just fell in love with the mission of the show, the evangelism, connecting with Africa and the Caribbean. It just really spoke to my heart. So that's really what led me into doing what I do now.
Well, that is a great story. Now, it also launched you into launching your own media company, 3.1 Women Productions. And literally, it's success stories like yours that give inspiration to those who are actually stuck in their journey to actually push the pedal to the metal and keep moving forward. And I think that's the whole premise of the scent of a godly woman. Yeah, you might run into some stumbling blocks, but those stumbling blocks can't stop you. You have to figure out how to move around them, go through them, go under them, but get to your next step. So first of all, congratulations on that's huge. That's like Oprah. That's Oprah level.
Look, I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, praise God. I just really, it had been in my heart for some time to do what I do for Turning Point on my, through my own company. And I'm just really starting out. I'm just really launching. And it's, it's hard because I'm still working full time.
Okay.
I'm
understand.
Still working full time, and I'm still trying to get this little thing off the ground. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
It definitely is. And to see you be able to do that gives the pathway to other people doing and following in the trail that you have already blazed. Now, what day do you take the stage at the Scent of a Godly Woman's conference?
I believe we are.
And Scent of a Godly Woman, and you'll be able to find the event. You can I think that's the mainstream
That's
way.
the mainstream, but you can also go on Dr. Pastor Apostle Verl Howard's Facebook page, and you can get the Cash App information. You can register. We want to see as many people as possible. The goal is to change your life in those 2 days with these magnificent speakers from all over the world.
And you know, one of the things that I understand about going to these type of conferences, you got to look at the conference leader first of all. So we know Apostle Dr. Verl Howard is somebody everybody wants to know. She's chosen by God. She's a businesswoman. She's in the entertainment industry. She's a supermodel. And the list goes on and on. So you look at the leader. So we got a great leader leading out the conference. Then you look at the stage. MCs, and man, the list is amazing. So if you,
but it's like-minded,
yes,
right? Everyone wears many hats, just like Dr. Apostle Verl Howard.
Yeah.
Erica included. She's wearing many hats and wearing them well. Sometimes they might get tilted, but all you got to do is what? Adjust that crown.
Erica. Yeah, so get your tickets. Evangelist Erica Linney, thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. We look forward to seeing all of the great projects that you got coming out.
Now, how do people get in touch with you, Erica?
Oh, you can get in touch with me actually via Facebook, Erica Linney, or you can email me at elenny1@gmail.com. And my other Instagram handle is Linney Erica, just my name backwards.
Oh, so right. elenny1@gmail.com. And Linney is spelled Linney. Erica is spelled Erica. Erica, thank you so much. I'm looking so forward to seeing you and meeting you and sharing a stage with you.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
All right. You go with God, sister. Thank you so much.
Ladies, call your friends, your frenemies, your cousins, your aunties, and tell them if they're in the DMV area, they need to get over to the Scent of a Godly Woman conference going down November the 10th and the 11th. And it's hosted by none other than Dr. Apostle Verl Howard. Yours truly, Tamara Fair.
No, you said it right.
Ours truly.
Yes,
yours
I'm
truly
excited.
will be
I'm
in the
honored.
building. Make sure you walk up to her, tell your people to come up and speak to her. Listen.
Take pictures
and all of that.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm moderating and I'm also on a panel, and to actually meet people of that caliber, of this caliber, particularly those who have a calling, an anointing, and a assignment that they understand.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that. And as excited as I am about that, I'm excited about the balance of this power hour.
Yes, listen, you know what? The song No New Friends is wrong. You're going to get you some new friends in the building in the DMV.
Yep, and you, Marcel, are a friend of mine, just like Dwayne Woods and Dave Hollister, and that anointed voice from Anthony Hamilton. Y'all, get to this, because it's getting ready to get in you. It's Inspiration 1390.
Did you like the alley-oop?
No. You want to lead?
I don't want to lead. I just want the alley-oop.
This your lead day.
Remember that?
Yes, it is. What I'm saying, the lead seat. You sitting in the
lead.
lead.
Lord. Hey, Joey. I love you, too. And your crazy cousin, Tammy.
That's my niece, first of all.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought that was your cousin.
No, see how you think alone.
Well, I know a lot of your family.
Alone.
Erica Linney, she said she's looking forward to meeting everyone next week.
Oh, excellent. She sounds like a really, really interesting, dope lady, right?
I can see you coming out of this conference next week with new movie deals.
That's the whole thing.
Jesse, I got an important job for you.
Go get some more candy.
I need you to go get me some more candy. Can you toss this for me?
Did you eat all that candy?
It was only 2 while you put me on
I
blast on the internet. Stacey, how did you get out of that traffic?
Oh, man.
Tammy was telling me about it.
Did you do what I said and it was okay?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Tammy.
Well, they're going to have flying cars soon, so.
They got flying cars now in Dubai. I told y'all that 3 years ago. 4 years ago, yeah.
I heard about some
That's testimony. Okay. You want to do your segment? You got time.
Oh, yeah, we on time. This is good time.
Great time.
We'll have 5 minutes.
We need to talk about this too, so we cannot just gloss over it.
We talked about that.
No, we didn't.
No, we never did.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
We talked about it after the show.
You might have talked about it with your
No,
mom.
you brought it up.
No, because
we weren't on
she said
air.
because she said bring the story again because we didn't talk
I'm
about
gonna
it.
give me some chips so I
We
can just
talked
like how
about
to
it.
balance myself out with your energy today.
Excuse you.
I put the friend of mine in because of the
Yeah.
friend story.
Because it's a friend story, yeah.
It's old, man.
That's a video right there. That ain't old. That's not an old story. That happened.
He just died.
He just died. Who was that? The guy from Friends?
You talking about his own?
I didn't
Yeah,
say
you
that.
said- yeah,
When did we quiet?
The man ain't been on at the funeral home.
I mean, you know, in news, the news cycle on. We'll announce it, but I don't want to. It's about to be what's going on.
You slow down, young man, hit me up.
Yesterday, I had a family emergency, and it threw my whole day off. I was like, Lord. I realized, and you know what's surprising? I tell Facebook that Halloween is actually one of my favorite holidays. And I was a little hurt that I didn't get to, we couldn't do nothing. And then, you know, my kids, I'm like, we didn't get to dress them up, take no pictures, nothing this year.
GoPro has everything that you need.
I bet, yeah.
Decorate the house.
That takes,
Put the little candy. Go put the candy to the house. Set up the candy for them.
and take some pictures. You right about that.
Selling at a great price? LNS Development is your go-to. Expertise in real estate and mortgage loans, we make the process
14.
seamless
Mhm.
and rewarding.
But I've always
in your
been
property
like,
journey.
getting in the
Buying, selling,
I never go out
refinancing,
with this.
we've got your
I
back.
just want the experience. I'm like, you're 14 now.
Right, you got it. Did you let them go?
And step into your property.
Did you let them go out?
I let him go with his friends. He stole my coat.
That's the best experience about Oak Park living.
LNS Development, making property dreams
bet
a
you
I had
reality.
6 trick-or-treaters yesterday.
Really?
That's it?
2 of
Hey,
them in my
believers, it's your main man, Action Jackson. Are you
niece.
searching for a life-changing word? Look no further than Corby.
Stay in your lane. I like the
Tune in every Saturday at
costumes,
6 p.m. Central
the
Time to the Word
movies,
Network.
not the real scary movies, the like Disney Halloween movies.
Me and my girl
That will
watching
touch
Saw
your
last
heart.
night.
Nah, I ain't watching no
I
Saw.
don't do
Bush
the.
Ministries is
That was
dedicated
I
great.
told
to
back then, like,
spreading the
you touching
teachings
I
of
got
God.
bad anxiety. I watch stuff like that. I'm gonna hear the Attic Floors moving.
You know, doing no more Chucky movies.
Connect directly with their
Saw.
ministry. And don't
Think
forget
that
to follow
no more.
Bishop
We went to a
on
haunted
Facebook at
house,
Corby
too.
Bush
That was
Ministries
crazy.
for daily
The
inspiration
hunt,
and
nope,
updates.
none of that.
We
The
don't-
haunted house is
we
scary.
had to like sign a waiver.
And I
and
used to
stuff.
love haunted houses with my
I
friends.
don't like the one we had to sign a waiver. I'm like, I'm not doing that no
Fair.
more. I had to sign a waiver going
From
to a
the
haunted house.
Brunch
I'm not
Bunch.
doing
Now,
that.
your home is not just a place.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime
It
of
was- it
memories,
was too
hard
scary.
earned and cherished.
Go in,
At
look
Secure
the
Home
doors
and
come out
Automation,
one.
they understand what it means to protect
The
these
clown
moments.
chased me out
As
with
a
chainsaw.
Brinks authorized
That
dealer,
was crazy.
they stand guard over a million homes and businesses, ensuring safety 24/7, 300.
You still dress them up. They don't know.
And you know what? Their response is
Right,
true.
Jay.
providing top-notch monitoring
You bring those babies any door,
Oh, that's so cute.
Carbon monoxide and medical
They
emergencies.
decorating the train for the holiday. I'm so disappointed in America keeps skipping over Thanksgiving.
Right, straight to
Hey,
Christmas.
there's a good horror movie coming out called Thanksgiving.
I don't, but text me later today to remind me, and I got you.
They're safeguarding your home and
We're just
preserving your
going into
So go
Chauncey.
ahead and call 866
I'm gonna be quick.
447
I'm gonna talk about
That's
something Timmy just said.
447-3344. Call today and make a wise choice to secure your tomorrow.
All right,
Secure Home
Justice.
Automation. You've heard
Justice,
the
what's
name.
going on?
Now experience the promise of ultimate safety that they bring to your home. Call Stacey Chauncey at 866-447-3344. Stacey
Smashing
Chauncey,
over there. You smashing.
866
You a hater. I got haters in the room.
I'll tell you what's going on.
So we're just gonna go into a lightning round real quick. First of all, today is November the 1st. Thanksgiving is coming. All of you people who are putting Christmas trees up, please stop. Please let us celebrate fall and Thanksgiving first. Tammy, what are your thoughts?
I totally agree with that. Like, give thanks, let it marinate. Don't just gloss over Thanksgiving. That's the more sentimental holiday for me. It's where you actually commiserate with your family. You sit around the table, you talk about what you're thankful for, and you really get to understand what the meaning of life is in a family unit. If you gloss over it and you go straight to Christmas, it's Christmas shopping, because that's what the focus is.
That's all it is. You know what, Mariah Carey, you can keep your All I Want for Christmas theme song, even though it played first thing this morning on Good Morning America. Every year, Mariah, the first day at November 1st, put the song out there, and she makes millions of dollars off all of you Christmas fanatics. But I will say this. I did buy tickets to the Christmas train this morning. Metro had $5 tickets. You can
So
ride.
you false flagging it.
Well, the news said get them before they gone. So I said all the pressure.
The news also said it's time to go to Good Friday.
You know
and
what?
Good Friday is like some Fridays from here.
Black Friday, Good Friday is
Black
you
Friday.
know, Easter. You're trying to get us to Easter already. I'll take that passport though, because also I want to say, Chicago, world, God, Mother Nature. Can we keep the snow? It is not Christmas. Let us enjoy the fall leaves and Thanksgiving before this brutal winter, because it was freezing yesterday.
I'm talking about it was a freeze warning. My leaves that fell froze. They looked like leaf sickles.
Now, one drawback of having an electric car, I must say, is the colder it is, it drains your battery. And the other night, I knew I had a low battery, and I said, I'll wait till tomorrow when I came to the station and go charge it. But I couldn't make it because of unforeseen circumstances. But when I went to the car this morning, it was on 1%.
And you had charged it all night?
I didn't charge it because it's been sitting since Monday. I hadn't went anywhere. So I thought I can get up and, it'll still be on the 20% it was on.
So wait, let me get this right.
It wasn't about you going in on electric cars, okay?
Let me get this right. You had a car that was charged, partially charged or 3/4 charged. You set it in the element and it drained the battery.
The element.
They don't even do that on the iPhone. I'm just saying.
But the sun will overheat the iPhone. But tomatoes.
I'd rather be overheated than underutilized.
Okay, next.
No, it's lightning round.
Okay, lightning round. So I saw a video this morning of a migrant family walking to the bus station. They said they are getting out of here because it's too cold.
Well, we knew that was coming.
I'm not laughing. It wasn't supposed to be funny, even though I did snicker a little when I saw it.
You came from Venezuela. Do you know what that means?
They said they have never felt temperatures like this.
Hot like fire.
It is 79 degrees in Venezuela right now. I would probably rather be in Venezuela, but not the political conditions. But the question came, New York's mayor has been offering plane tickets and bus tickets to the migrants to go wherever they want to go. It's their choice. It's their choice. I think Chicago's mayor should follow suit, because even though the guy who I can put him out there, Brian Mullins. If you don't know Brian Mullins, he's been on the show a couple of times. He is crazy funny, and then some of his jokes are all of them are politically motivated. But if you got a good sense of humor, follow him on Facebook. He said, good job to this family for taking the step to go somewhere warmer. He said, now we only got 29,000 more.
And they steady coming.
And they steady coming. Well, I don't know. If I was them, that bus turned.
They don't know.
They don't know.
They on the bus. It's all nice, warm, and cozy like Beyonce in her electric blanket. You get off that bus.
Yeah, well.
Now, I know that the Windy City got its name for its political climate. Yeah. However, you can't tell that to a Venezuelan who got off that bus and that air smacked them in the face. In reality.
Can't tell that to a Chicagoan who lived here their whole life. I know it's not because of the wind, but I feel that wind every year. I said, this is why we got that name. But the CTA is providing buses for overnight heating. But I talked to some CTA bus drivers and they told me none of the migrants will get on the bus.
How come?
Because they're scared that it's a setup. That it's a setup. That bus gonna ship them somewhere. Wow. She told me they are not getting on the bus, crazy. And a couple of them are happy to get that job because then they get to just sit for 8 hours and really do nothing. You know.
No, they're on the phone.
Well, they on the. Not have to work and deal with the bus route and people because they said the migrants are not getting on the bus.
Well, they just overwatch it though for the 8 hours.
No, the bus has to sit out there overnight because, of course, at night temperatures drop.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. That's right now because it's what, 40?
Yes.
It ain't gonna stay 40.
Well, it's 40 now. Yesterday it was like 20 something.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm saying it ain't gonna stay 20.
And I forgot to cut the heat on in my house, and I was cold. So I'm like, I know they cold.
When it gets to Chicago for real weather. They're going to get on that bus, the next bus, and every other bus.
Well, Brian Mullen said that he's praying for that Arctic winter snow that we usually get. And that'll help. I said, no, I'm not praying for that. They better get Tent City up or something real quick.
I want somebody to snatch Brian Mullen's mic. He definitely cannot be spewing that. Think it, but don't say it.
Yeah, I don't want it, period. Because, the last time we had what was it called?
Vortex.
The vortex. And we were down in hotels, doorknobs was frozen. It was not a great time to be outside. That's when your boy lied. Juicy Shmuley and said that he was outside. But in other news, that is it for my lightning round.
Goody. I'm super glad because I would love to just segue.
Switch lanes.
Switch lanes because we do have a great guest for you, as we do every Wednesday. We got our resident safety guru in the building. It was a little iffy, but we always make it work, y'all. For all of you all who are concerned about your valuables, you definitely will find value in this next segment. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on Inspiration 1390.
That's a great segue talking about these temperatures because we're talking about these fires.
Yeah, you would think it would
heaters. Yeah, space heaters and stuff. Good.
Absolutely. So it's spot on to talk about that.
How many minutes is that song?
That is 4 minutes.
Play 1 minute, please. Don't listen to Marcel. He sounds just like my pastor. Man,
that's Charles Jenkins.
That's Charles Jenkins. He sounds just like
Isaac.
Cut it down just a little, Zoe. Just the remix. Mm-hmm. What's the focus, Stacey?
It's right here.
Sure.
So that was Stacey's question, but up here those.
Erica.
As we are, just conversation.
So
Jonathan McReynolds. That's Pastor Jonathan McReynolds. He sounds just like him. Not the singer.
He wants to.
The pastor.
That's what he wants the callers to speak about. And then you got the questions on the back for him.
So tell me, did you get your pictures from the event?
I did.
Okay, sharing with your boy.
I put them on Facebook. I put them on.
Did you put pictures up or a video?
Both.
Oh.
I put pictures and videos.
30 seconds.
Leader, come on, lead here.
Christy Love.
Hey, Christy.
Oh, that's your Christy.
Yes.
That's our Christy.
No, it's not our.
I told her she's ours.
You told her she is our publicist.
Yes, at the.
And I'm sure she's so politically correct. She probably, huh? I'm sure she didn't say anything, but understand this.
I believe Christy said yes.
I believe she's that's how she's politically correct.
She said, "Hello there. Yes, it's Tamara's Christy."
It's time to automate to elevate. It's your man. Stacey Chauncey. Let's go.
So
That's what
happens when you try to eat all this candy. So it's Wednesday, and I'm glad to have Stacey back. Especially today, it's cold outside. Some people are going out to the store to get space heaters. I was on the phone with my office manager this morning. We have an area in our office that's just not getting warmed up as such. But one of the issues I have, and it was like, usually you just go to the store and get a space heater. But we want FaceTime going heater to heater because I kept thinking about this is the time I said, I don't want the building to burn down.
Right.
Because people forget to turn the space heaters off, or
right.
They run them all night long, and depending on the BTUs, or if they have an automatic cutoff. And so it's important. Well, and I'm glad you're here to help us talk about that.
But one of the things that you have to segue is, how does safety and space heaters connect? And there is a huge connection with a lot of people don't understand. Break it down for us, Stacey.
Well, first of all, it's always a pleasure to sit here with you guys. When you start talking about fires this time of the year, a lot of people, unfortunately, may very well not have any electricity. So guess what they're doing? They're taking extension cord and plugging it in the hallway and just doing some unfortunate things and running the space heater. And you overload different things, so on and so forth. So this is the time you really have to be conscious about what's going on around you as it pertains to fire. And not just that, but even cooking. Just last week myself, I was cooking some fries on the stove and some grease popped out, right? And it hit a certain area and a little fire popped up and I had to go ahead and handle that. So just if you're not paying attention, you're on the phone, you're not doing what you need to do and paying attention to what's around you, you could easily be in a situation where you look up and you're engulfed by fire.
And I'm glad. So to Mara's point, and today is November the 1st, which we should be celebrating Thanksgiving shortly, but of course people are putting their Christmas trees up. That's another fire hazard in a lot of places.
Especially if you have live Christmas trees and you want to illuminate them with candles. Guess what, guys? It's just saying it don't go together.
Yeah, you were right about that. But my mom has, shout out to Secure Home and Automation and Brinks. My mom has Brinks Home Security System, and you just talked about cooking. And her stove, for some reason, she bought this very expensive stove. But I don't even know what was going on. But as she would cook, it kept sending the fire department to her house because of the carbon monoxide detector on the security system.
So you're talking about some smart home stuff now.
Right.
You just segue real quick to the smart home piece. Well, when you integrate smart home technology within your home, it's going to give you a leg up. And so whether you're there, whether you're home or not, whether you're alert or not, it's going to notify the proper authorities and help them be on the way. And so we always tell people you have to upgrade. I did say upgrade your services. We have to get away from some of the antiquated. I understand people are changing the batteries and some of their smoke detectors. The thing about that, though, they don't call anybody. You have to be alert in order for help to be to come along the way. You have to call help, basically. And with a smoke communicator, when we start talking about smart home automation, whether you're alert or not, whether you're home or not, that sends a signal to Brinks. Brinks, in fact, are dispatching the appropriate authorities out there.
And they are quick. I got to tell you, because, of course, I have your automation.
Thank you so much.
And I'm super excited. No, thank you so much. Because the last week, the alarm kept going off. But we actually had a smoke detector that was not a part of your arsenal, and it was antiquated, and it kept going off. So when Mariah called the gas company, and they said, no, we got to call the fire department. The fire department came out and said, no, it's just an old faulty smoke detector. But my carbon monoxide, and here's my point. Carbon monoxide is a silent poisoning killer.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep, and guess what? You won't wake up, and you won't know why.
A
Not
clear killer.
beside the fact that you're dead.
Well,
but-
if you don't wake up, you don't know why.
Right.
You ain't gonna know nothing.
I already knew he was gonna pounce on it, right? So
You better pray that you're living right, because heaven belongs to you.
Heaven is yours. But here again, if you've got an upgraded system, you don't have to worry. You got to worry about certain things. You got to worry about your kids coming back and forth to school.
Absolutely.
You got to worry about your gas bill, your light bill, all your bills, right? But you will not have to worry about carbon monoxide death and other like fire deaths if you have an upgraded, integrated system.
Absolutely. And when you start talking about potential things that can cause fire, you can go from electrical, cooking, heating equipment, smoking, candles, just children playing with fire because their curiosity.
You little pyromaniac.
Absolutely. So you have to think about all of that. You know, you have y'all are cracking up. You have those latchkey situations where those children are home by themselves, and they're doing some things they probably shouldn't be doing. So you want to make sure it's better to have it than not need it. I mean, better to have it than need it one time and not have it.
Exactly.
Because the whole family
time,
died from a carbon monoxide poison, sleep,
and the pets.
And the pets. And it looked shifty. But when we talk about upgraded services, here's the first thing I know that's coming to all the believers' mind. I can't afford it, or this is about to cost me a lot of money.
Well, you went to see Kirk Franklin. No, you're not.
Oh, get him.
But you know, caskets are very expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Caskets are very expensive.
Very expensive. And at the end of the day, you can really get security for a fraction of the cost in terms of what people think. That's why it's important to allow me to come out and do a thorough security analysis. Stop going with those companies that flash on TV all the stuff you're going to get.
For $20.
Absolutely. And you may not need all of that. So really for less than $2.50 a day, you can protect your home.
Well, let's talk about smoke and carbon monoxide detectors and how they work. And is this the season that we should be more acutely alert about it, or is it just normal?
Well, absolutely, it's the season. I mean, because this week alone, you talking about people turning on their heat, right? And so I encourage you. I have my HVAC guy come out this morning and do a thorough inspection, of my.
So important.
So I was gonna say that's so important, and I love that you guys have the tools to help us too, because when it floods, we can get alert with what you got. But these smart systems will let you know your HVAC needs maintenance.
Yes,
and you cutting the heat on from last year, and you got old filters in there. You might catch you breathing bad air too. That can catch fire. Absolutely. But if you got the systems through secure home and automation.
Yeah, I mean, because you're talking about immediate response.
Yep.
And that's the whole deal. You're talking about immediate response. You're talking about being monitored 24/7, 365.
While you sleep, they're not.
That's why you sleep. While you're not at home, you could be at the gate or wherever you are. Your home is being monitored. And that's what's important for individuals to understand.
You know what's so
individual remote alerts as well.
You know what's so disenchanting is that you're at the gala, like you said, or you're taking a trip that you've been saving for a long time. You come home and your belongings, your valuables are burned, charred in the fire, and you didn't know anything about it because you didn't get an alert.
Just had a customer this week. Went out to see him this week. Home was fire damage, and so now she's at the point where she wants to start putting smart home technology in it. But she was away celebrating her granddaughter's birthday, and when they came home, the fire had burned the house to a point where they had to rehab the entire home.
Wow.
And thank God everybody was at the party. But imagine this: had they had smart home automation, right? They probably would have been able to save a lot of home.
Yep.
Right? They lost valuable pictures.
But they could call from wherever they were.
Absolutely.
Hey, my house is on. I got an alert. My house is on fire or smoke. I need somebody to get that. Why they getting that? The fire department already there taken care of. Now I got a question for you, Stacey, because it's like, all right, I need some of these things. The believers are like me listening. I need some of these things. How much does it cost you to come out?
and keep your belongings safe. Now, I look at my house like a museum that's keeping my family's memorabilia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because all of my life is there. And when you look at it like that, it's like, okay, I don't want to come home and see all of my life's work or my life's treasures in a pile of dirt or
Right.
a pile of
Rubbish.
fire.
Right.
Right.
And so again, technology is so advanced now.
Yeah.
You know, I hear you talking about Alfred all the time.
Yeah.
He's giving you brainstorming and all that kind of stuff. But you have smart home kitchen appliances now.
Yeah.
You know, that can be tied in with your Google, your Alexa, all that kind of stuff to alert you and even cut off after a certain period of time.
Yep. And you can cut it off from the app.
And you can call it from the app.
Yep.
And so it's all about the integration. We have to, you know, new times require new minds.
And don't be afraid of it. I like that because we were at the hospital the other day and I forgot to close my car door.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how far we're coming with technology.
Mm-hmm.
My phone texted me and said, driver door still open.
Absolutely.
Now, if I hadn't have got that and I was there 7 hours, my car would have just been wide open for anybody to get in.
Your car would have been gone, bro.
Well.
Yeah, because your cousin gonna hit the door.
Right. You know, so that's why if we're gonna move into the future where things are automated, the first thing you need to do is automate your home and make sure that you're connecting with Stacey and getting the free analysis at the least.
At the very least. Now, say you get your free analysis and Stacey's cologne wasn't to your liking or something, right?
Watch out there now.
I can't imagine because it's always smelling great up in here. But just say you wanted to go with some other provider. You got the free analysis. You can do whatever you want to do with it. But I promise you, once you see Stacey and his team, you will definitely feel comfortable. You'll feel secure and letting him and his team go to work and securing your value.
And I thank you for that. The other thing I want our listeners to understand, they have my direct phone number.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, so although we're in the multiple states, 15 states, anybody that needs to reach out to me, they can reach out to me. We don't hide.
Can I just tell a story?
Go ahead.
So the other night, my alarm, my monitor was going on. Yeah, my door contact downstairs was going off. It was 11:30. You know, I stay up all night long going through.
Y'all can't call me 11:30, but go ahead.
Right.
But I called Stacey and I was like, "It's something beeping going on, and I really don't want to get my ching going down there. But if I have to, I will." He was like, "No, I got you. I'll do what I need to do here first, and then I'll send somebody out tomorrow." When tomorrow came like Santa Claus on New Year's Eve. They were on the money.
On deck.
Yes.
I hope they came like Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Because New Year's here a little late.
Thank you for that.
But I know what you mean, and that's what makes it so great. And I shout out to our Facebook audience, Tina Hammond, who is a customer who's always raving about Stacey and how he's doing business.
Thank you, Tina.
And we got a customer, a testimonial on the line that wants to talk. And you can introduce the testimonial, Brother Stacey.
Well, you know, Miss Nathaniel is a dynamic individual. She's an avid listener, 1390.
Hey!
And so she called in a few weeks back, and we had the pleasure of being able to service her. And I'll let her tell her thoughts about how that service was.
Hey, Miss Nathaniel, how are you?
Hello, everyone. I am fabulous.
Fabulous and secure.
I am an avid, that's where I live. I am an avid listener of 1390 and the Brunch Crunch crew. I love you guys.
We love you too.
I want to piggyback. Thank you so very much. I want to piggyback on what you were saying about Stacey and his team. They are simply fantastic. I deal with contractors all the time. And when I can compliment a contractor, that's a huge thing. Stacey came out here personally. He walked through my home. He listened to what I wanted. He was engaging and he was attentive. And this is a personal conversation with the actual owner. And I do have his number. And we've communicated several times since then. And then he sent his tech out. Now, if I thought Stacey was good, he must have sent out the cream of the crop. This gentleman by the name of Rainey, I want to put his name out there, was patient the moment he stood at the door. And this is very important for women because sometimes contractors like to come and try and be over-aggressive with women. That wasn't what Rainey did. He stood back at a very polite distance and he showed his credentials, his identification first. Well, he sold me right then and there. And he had, this is important, he had the booties, the shoe booties in his hand. I require shoe booties. It's like, oh my goodness, this is wonderful. He was patient with me. He walked walked through the home. He explained everything in great detail. And then he looked at me. He said, "Do you have the time for me to do this today?" I said, "Well, oh my God, yes, I do." And he did a wonderful job. And every step he was talking to me. He wasn't just walking through my home, just making himself at home. He was communicating with me all the way through it. And that made me feel good. When he was showing me how the system worked, and we got outside because, of course, I want to see how the cameras work. I'm all excited and everything. It's cold in Chicago. I got my hands in my jacket, and I'm ready to just get back in the house. And he left, and it's like, oh, my God, I didn't tip him. So I'm feeling really horrible because I didn't tip him. So he called me before he had gotten there. So that meant that I had his cell number. I said, okay, it's not necessarily professional, but I'm going to do it anyway. I said, hey, Rainey, and I called, and I left the voicemail. I tried to. The voicemail wasn't working. So I sent him a text. He called me right back, and I explained to him that, I'm so sorry, I forgot to tip you, and I want to tip you. He said, thank you, but no thank you. A customer of ours is enough. I like to drop the phone. No, he said, you being a customer is more than enough. Let me tell you, that speaks of the integrity of this organization. Not only the integrity, but the craftsmanship. I'm very meticulous when a person comes in my home doing work. You cannot find a wire. You can't even find a little peephole with an opening or anything. I'm like, Rainey, I don't want a little bug crawling through. He said, look down there. You don't have anything. I put the silicone down there. Boy, do your job.
I love it. I'm over here snapping like we're in poetry.
Miss Nathaniel, listen. First of all, I want to say I know some people that would have took that tip. So I shout out to Stacey and his team and Rainey for doing that. But thank you for illuminating this testimonial about secure home and automation, because you really did. I can just envision as she was talking, you guys in there doing great work and you walking through it. So thank you.
I saw it.
Yeah.
She
know what, that's amazing. I really appreciate that she called in and she wanted to, tell the listeners that, because individuals will call a company on the phone, talk to them, give them their personal information, right? Never seen them, don't know anything about them, and have them come out to do an installation at their house.
Yep.
Give them the social security number, date of birth, the whole banking information, and don't even know them.
Yeah.
And so, we have to be 10 times better than our counterparts.
Absolutely.
On every level, because the moment we get anything slightly wrong, it might get magnified.
Yep.
But I really appreciate Miss Nathaniel magnifying the positive.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Nathaniel, for calling in.
Thank you so much. Let me tell you something, Stacey. You said something so important right there, because we trust, and as a culture, we've been brought up to say white is right. And that's very disturbing, because I know I've shared this with the listeners before. I was one of those people. I had ADT. I'm going to put it out there because I want you to know that ADT is one of those companies, big beyond too big to fail. Came in, put some cameras in my house, stole Reggie's money out of the drawer, and they did nothing about it. Neither did the police department. And I'm not the type of person to take things laying down, sitting down, crouched down, none of that.
Or standing up.
And so you're right. We give these companies our entire dossier and assume that they're trustworthy. But you know what? That's why I love the Brunch Bunch. We vet our people. Before you come in, and let's say if you came twice, understand we're gonna be a customer, and then we're gonna see how you work throughout your journey with our customers, because our believers are our bread and butter.
Absolutely.
Beyond our bread and butter from monetary expenses, but because they believe in us.
And they're the most intelligent listeners.
Yes, they are. Listen, we don't let people just come on here selling lotions, motions, and potions.
Exactly.
We come on here to educate, inspire, encourage, and just to leave you off better than you started when you started listening at the 12 o'clock hour. And you know what? We're going to do that today. We're going to leave you with the number to call Stacey Chauncey.
And that's 866-447-3344. Again, the number is 866-447-3344. And I'm going to say it slow this time. You know why? I want you to get your phones out.
Well, I thought you wanted to catch your breath.
Download this phone. See, this is why it's not your turn. But I want you to download this phone number into your devices so that you can have it. 866-447-3344, and add the name Stacey Chauncey.
And listen, you can be just like Miss Nathaniel. We didn't pay her to call in.
Nope.
She just wanted to call. And we encourage you, after you get Stacey services, call us. Let us know how it went, how you enjoyed it. And if you had any issues. But we know you're not going to call with any issues because Stacey has a proven track record of doing the right thing. And that's what we do here on the Brunch.
Let me tell you something. Issues are going to come up no matter what.
Absolutely.
But how you handle those issues, that's the difference. And you know what?
Say it, Reverend.
Come on.
You
I
can
can't get
get
nobody. There
That's
you
it.
go.
I love it. Well, we're going to respond with this. We may not be out of content, but we are out of time. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair on the air, I love you.
Action Jackson on the air, I love you.
We love you, believers. Baby Eminem, we love you.
Modi, love you. Y'all, up next is AC Greener. Right after that is Pastor Patterson on the drive home. We do it all night long right here on Inspiration 1390. But we want you to do this. Stay optimistic.
Oh, we did pretty good. We got a minute left.
You know it.
That's why I was talking slow.
Hey!
The first time in a long time that we had a minute left.
Yeah, we timed it good today.
Yeah, I don't think in 7 years we had a minute left. No, this hour be good gone.
Get gone.
See y'all.
Y'all, thank you so much. Call that number. It is time. And you don't want to be behind the 8 ball. You want to be
Make sure you're
prepared.
putting Stacey's number on the screen. And you could type a comment and just illuminate your comment. But put it, make it bold like the banner that, like, look at this. But Tina, thank you. You see, I say great show, very informative. I just tapped it. So you can type it as a comment and put it up so it'll be bold. Too.
You know, we have interns, and our interns go on to do big, big things. So you might see him today right here on Inspiration 1390. And that's a big thing in and of itself. But you might see him tomorrow on NBC.
Oh.
Well, not tomorrow, but after this internship.
It better not be tomorrow. See ya.
Bye, guys.